Hello, all of you. Welcome to Strivage IS Academy. So today, what we are going to discuss is Kathak dance. So this is the continuation of the series of the classical dances that we have already started, and for these, you can just click on the button which is given on the right hand side on the top corner, and you can review the first video of the classical dances. Now today we are going to discuss the Kathak dance. So what is the most important thing that you should remember is that it is the only dance which is practiced in northern India, and it is practiced in UP, Rajasthan and Bihar state. So this is the most important information that you should remember about the Kathak dance. Okay, now moving towards the historical development. So there is always a story behind the classical dances, or anything that has come up from the ancient times to this time. So there is always a story. So what is the story? In order to make you understand it better, it is the historical development. That is ancient period. It was derived from the Sanskrit word katha. Katha means story. So those people who used to come together, and they used to tell some story. That is why this Kathak dance came up. Okay, name of this Kathak came up. So these were practiced by the Kathakars. Those were storytellers who used to dance as well as music and expressions, narrate the mythological tales. So these were all in the ancient period. These were all related to the ancient mythological texts. Okay, so this was originated in the temples. So originally in the ancient period, it was practiced in temples by telling the stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Purana. Okay, then this were the development that was taking place in the ancient period, right? So afterwards, what actually happened is in the medieval period when the Mughals came. So Mughals tried to influence this dance. They were very influenced by this dance. So they tried to change the tradition of the dance, right? So what they actually did, they blended this Hindu traditional themes with the Persian and Mughal court cultures. So Persian influence came up in the Kathak dance, right? And they were directly influencing this dance. Okay, so you should also remember what is the Persian influence that came up. The some of the Urdu text and Urdu stories came up in this dance. Also the costumes. Okay, we will also discuss it later. Costume of the performer also went a significant change, right? And also what actually happened, it flourished in the Mughal courts, and Mughals patronized this dance, and there was most important emphasis on the technical footwork. So the foot of the performer should be working in a very brilliant fashion. So this was very emphasized upon. Spins were emphasized, how the performer had to take a spin, which is also called chakkars, right? And expressive gestures. So everything undergone a significant shift during the medieval period. You should remember this. Then came the colonial period. Okay, so during the Britishers, this dance didn't get any patronizer, and under this British rule, this dance declined. Okay, and you should also remember that it was revived after the Indian independence. Okay, so some of the people who were really helpful in revival of this dance were Birju Maharaj from the northern India. Okay, and other people, right? So these were the people who revived this dance from its decline and take it to the glory of the global stage, right? So this was the historical development that took place in this Kathak dance. So before moving to the next, we should see the Kathak dance as a live performance. Okay, so that you can remember that what is the thing, how all the things carries on. Then we will be going in the detail of it. Now you have already seen the Kathak dance in a live performance. Now we should see what are the elements, what are the aspects that are currently available with this Kathak dance, right? So elements, these elements we have already discussed in our first class. You should also remember from that also. But to this art, nrit is a pure dance that is also important in this dance. What these are the abstract movements with rhythmic patterns. Performer try to do the movements with a different, a particular rhythm. Okay, it includes tatkar, that is the footwork, and even the chakkar is the spin, and parans is the rhythmic compositions. So these are some of the things that are related to the nritya tradition. And in the nritya aspect, nrit is the dance. Nrit is the perfect dance that we have already discussed in the previous class. Okay, link has been given in the top right corner. Okay, now this was the interpretive dance with Avinay. Avinay is facial expressions. So with the facial expression, with the hand gestures, all those stories are communicated to the public. Okay, so this is the nritya aspect, and they tell the stories from the Radha Krishna and Ramayana and other mythological texts. And nritya is the dramatic expression. So what they do, what the performers do full dance as well as drama. Okay, with dialogues, mimes, and characters. Okay, so these are some of the aspect that this Kathak dance has. Now moving to the next topic, it is the music and instruments that are used in this Kathak. So music and instruments become very important because in the UPSC prelims, usually instruments are given that does this type of instrument used in this type of dance. So music style is Hindustani classical dance. So because it has originated from the northern India, the Hindustani classical music is followed. Okay, languages that are used in this dance is Hindi, Braj Bhasha, Awadhi, Sanskrit, and Urdu. So these are some of the influences, the regional influence and regional local influence, and local languages that are used in this dance. Okay, and Urdu we have already seen because of the Mughal influence. The Urdu is also seen in this dance performance. So what are some of the common instruments? Tabla you already know, the first one. And pakhavaj is this instrument which is something like the dholak in the North India, right? And sarangi, sitar, flute, etc., in order to give some melodic melody to it. And this is the sarangi that I am marking. Okay, this is the sarangi instrument. And manjira is symbols that we have already seen in the Bharatanatyam, right? So this instrument is a symbol. Okay, so these are some of the instruments that are used in this Kathak dance. Now, moving to the next thing is the footwork and Gunguru. So footwork and Gunguru becomes very important in this dance, and Gungurus are the bells that are worn on the ankles. Okay, so because footwork is very important aspect of this dance, and you have already seen in the live performance that how the dancer tries to put his feet on the floor. Okay, and on the same beat as the music instruments do, right? So this is what that is why this Gunguru becomes very important, and precision and clarity of the sounds of the Gunguru is very important in this tradition. So this is the importance of the Gunguru. And tatkar is the basic footwork. How the footwork is this is the foundation of Kathak technique, and it is performed in various tals. Okay, some of the tals that you should remember because these are very important tals in this Kathak. It is ten tal and jhap tal. So these are two tals that you should remember. Otherwise, you should not remember anything else. But these are the teen tal and jhap tal. These are the some things that you should remember. Okay, now what you should also see now, moving to the next theme, we will see the costumes born by the female and as well as the male performer, and then we will continue our next slides. Okay, so coming to the traditional dresses that these dancers or the performers wear while performing the Kathak dance is, when we talk about the female dancer, she will be having either a lehenga. Okay, so either a lehenga will be there or an anarkali style suit will be there, right? So these two type of traditional wears can be worn by this female female dancers, right? So what are the two things? Lehenga or this anarkali, right? So these two type of dresses can be worn by these female. Other than this, traditional jewelry will be worn by this female, and dupatta is very significant because this derives its tradition from the Mughal times. So dupatta becomes very important either on lehenga or on anarkali. On both the type of dresses, this dupatta will be there, right? And along with this, their makeup will be very high. Okay, and beside this ghungru that we have already talked about, because this employs the footwork, ghungru will be there, and kumkum will be put on the feet, right? So you will be seeing this reddish type of color on the feet as well as on the hands. So in order to give the so that the whatever the hand gestures are there, so gestures should be clearly visible to the viewers. This type of coloring of the feet and as well as hands is done. Okay, now when we talk about the male performer, okay, so a male performer will be having a kurta, right? A kurta will be there, as well as pajama type of thing will be there with the performer, male performer, and he will be having a dupatta that is tied on his waist, right? Jewelry will be minimal, no jewelry will be there, or jewelry will be minimal, but ghungroos, yes, ghungroos will be there with the male performer also. He will be having that ghungroos he also, right? So this is the attire that these performers have, right? Now after seeing the costumes of the performers, we should see the themes and repertoires. Okay, what are the devotional themes are being used in this Kathak dance? That is the themes, stories from the Lord Krishna, Radha, Shiva, and even mythological aspect of the Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc. that we have already seen, right? So devotional themes are very peculiar about this Kathak dance. Okay, Sufi and Persian influence is also there, like ghazals and Sufi poetry is also incorporated in this Kathak dance, that has already got his influence from the Mughal era that we have already seen. Facial expressions and gestures like abhinay are used in order to convey the emotions and stories of the stories that these mythological text has. Okay, so this becomes very important in this Kathak dance. And what are the steps? What are the steps in order to do this Kathak dance? It is, first is the way That. That is the graceful beginning. It is in order to begin, the That will be performed. Then Amnad. Amnad is the arrival. The performer will arrive on the stage. And then Tote. Dode, Tukra, and Paran are rhythmic pieces that are done by these performers. And Gat Nikash. Gat Nikash is the narrative mime that is narrations that are done in the Kathak dance, and the dancer tries to emulate a dance on these themes. Okay, so this is the narration that is taking place in the Kathak dance, right? So these are some of the themes that are themes and repertoires that you should remember. Okay, these are the only four or five steps that are there in the Kathak dance. Now moving to the last segment of this dance is the gharanas. There are many gharanas. There are usually three gharanas that are involved in this Kathak dance. One is the Lucknow gharana, second is the Jaipur gharana, and third is the Banaras gharana. Okay, so in the Lucknow gharana, focus is on the grace, expressions, avinay, and subtle gestures. So gestures are very important in this, and here the Shringar Ras, that is romantic love, is expressed through the dance. It has been patronized by the Nawab Wajid Ali Shah of the Lucknow during his rule. Right. So you should remember that in this Lucknow Gharana, the Shringar Ras or romantic type of music and the dance is done by the performer. Right. Now moving to the Jaipur Gharana, only three Gharanas are there, but Jaipur Gharana is very significant in that because it is emphasized on powerful footwork and fast spins. So spinning is very fast. because these people of Jaipur or from the Maharana Pratap Singh, etc. So these were people of warriors. Okay, they were warriors. So a type of warrior type of influence is there in the Jaipur Gharana, right? So complex rhythmic patterns is there, and powerful footwork and fast spins will be there in the Jaipur Gharana. This is very significant in this, in its development. And when we talk about the Banaras Gharana, Banana combines both grace as well as rhythm. Okay, and it is known for its unique hand movements and floor work. So these are some of the things that is very important. And also you should remember in Banaras Gharana, spirituality spirituality is influenced on very important in this gharana, because this Banaras city is lying on the bank of river Ganga, and Ganga is very people are very devotional about this Ganga river. So what actually happens is that Banaras Ganga incorporated some spirituality aspect in the dance. So this is very important. So this is all about the Kathak dance. You should remember each and everything about this Kathak in order to solve the UPSC prelims question. Right, now we will go to next video, and we will be discussing Kathakali. Okay, Kathakali. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed video, do comment how you want some of the changes. Okay, if you want some of the changes, please do comment below, and we will try to incorporate those in order to make it very useful for you. Right, thank you all, and thank you for watching the video.